Hello, hello. I am your host, Tin. I am joined by my two lovely friends, Mr. Alex, Mr. Brian.
Hey guys.
Yo, yo, yo.
And I want to welcome you guys back to another episode of BBC or Big Boys Corner. It's about where we get into a corner with a bunch of big boys and just talk about big boy things. So I guess let's get started. So this is the second episode of BBC, and if you guys were to watch the first episode, you guys know that Alex was in the hospital, and we're gonna have some little updates for you. Oh, Alex!
Sorry.
Already getting the
Sorry.
booty call. Damn.
Already.
Jeez, it just started.
Come on,
I
man. Give the viewers some updates about what happened to the hospital.
Basically picking up where we left off last time. I've been at home for a couple weeks and feel a lot better. They put me on light duty, and unfortunately, my job is on the physical side. I have to do a lot of restraints and things of that nature, as well as just kind of like a very physical job, physically demanding. Deal with patients that have behavior issues as well as psychological issues, and that's all I can say due to HIPAA. And they put me on light duty for a month, and unfortunately, because of Corona, my job didn't have any office positions available because people in the offices are working from home. So I've been at home these past couple of weeks, and besides that, I've been recovering, but I've been really bored because I'm a very active person, and the most I've been able to do is just like walk or ride my bicycle. And they have me on medications. And recently, about 2 days ago, I went to the doctor, or the cardiologist to be more specific, for a follow-up. And everything looked good, thankfully. So I'm thankful about that.
That's great.
Very, very good news. So they have me on medications for about 3 months. And if everything goes well and there's no more incidents or episodes, then they should take me off medication for good, which I'm a big advocate for that. I've never been into taking medications. I'm very, I guess, nature and just natural is the way to go for me. But if I do have to take a medication, I'm not going to be stupid, because obviously if they recommend it, it's because I need. So yeah, besides that, I've been good so far, but there is some big news that even the big boys don't know.
Oh man.
So,
All right. Well, lay it on us.
Not having a baby or anything, so not that type of news.
Damn it, Tin.
At first, I thought you said you were having it, baby. Like, wait a minute.
No.
No. Tin, all right, can I give you that?
And that's the end of the show. But basically, someone that I know that's close to me was tested positive for COVID.
Oh man.
I will have to go get tested and see what happens from then.
Yeah, stay
but
away from me.
yeah, I won't be seeing you guys for a couple weeks.
Wait that couple months.
Couple months. Well, you work in healthcare, so yeah. So yeah, I have to go get tested, but I've been feeling pretty normal, just a sore throat, and that could be anything these days. So
So like no other signs and symptoms like fever,
No, just a sore throat, and I mean, there's phlegm, but no fever, no cough,
Okay.
shortness of breath or anything. Just that, but we'll have to go get tested, or I guess exposure or possible exposure.
Damn, dude, that's wild.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, if you didn't know, we live in Houston. Seems like everything is bigger in Texas, such as the rising COVID numbers.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Represent, baby.
I think we want to be number one, because I know Dallas is high up there as well, or Dallas Fort Worth area as they refer to themselves. But
you know what they say: if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah. So yeah, Houston. I guess since we're very independent over here,
Very
and
stupid.
Stupid might be the right word, but not the nicest word. But we did not follow any of the examples of either China or Europe or even New York and their governor. So we're kind of paying the prices now.
I blame you, Abbott. Blame Abbott.
Blame Abbott, and we're thankful for what's her name, the attorney.
Lynn?
She's recently elected. Brian, you should know this. You work for the city.
Okay.
Besides the point, so basically
gotta get out of here.
the attorney, I guess the big attorney of Houston, told us to hang on tight for a couple more months and keep wearing masks. And she was trying to enforce those policies. And Texans, being what they are, they were like, "Nope, we are American. We have the right to decide whatever we want to do." And yeah, they didn't heed the warnings and are paying the consequences. But that is my small piece / summary of how I've been doing so far. But I'll pass it on to you guys.
Well, Alex, I'm glad you're feeling a lot better from your hospital experience. Like, I guess following your discharge from the hospital, did you notice any other symptoms you had, or you just felt the same like as normal?
So a symptom that I did have was just I guess immediately after being released, my chest was tingling for a couple days, but they told me that was just due to the echocardiogram where they had to shock my heart. So it was just like a lingering effect. But probably after 3 or 4 days, it was gone. So nothing major. And I guess a new habit of mine that I'm doing now is got a Apple Watch Series 5, and I've been doing my EKGs on a daily basis just to see if everything's on sinus rhythm, and so far, no change. I'm happy about that.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Well, I guess let's move on to my piece then. This is gonna be a doozy. So I've already told the boys about this story. But so pretty much, I am a nurse. I do work in healthcare, all that stuff. And I did take care of this one patient. I won't give any patient identifiers, such as patient's name, date of birth, or anything like that, so I don't violate the HIPAA. But pretty much, this is gonna be a little fun, I guess, patient story for you guys to hear, have a good little chuckle about. I know the boys had a hoot and holler.
Ooh, we did.
All right, so pretty much this is how it went down. I was doing my my normal stuff at night. I had a new admission coming from the ER. Normally they would call me and give me a report. They'll say, hey, this patient's about to come to your unit. This is what's wrong with them. This is what they're coming in for. But that never happened. So all that happened was like, hey, here's this piece of paper telling you that your patient's gonna come. I'm like, oh, cool. All right. They're coming in for, I forgot what it was. It was like dehydration or something like that. But that didn't matter. That wasn't the main thing. But so I was doing my stuff, my normal routine, and then out of nowhere, this patient just comes in, strolling in on a stretcher. I'm like, okay, cool. It must be my patient. Then the transport tech, she's the one that had really told me the big news, like, hey, by the way, this patient is extremely combative, extremely confused, so good luck. And he was being like super combative in the ER. He swung and kicked the tech. I'm like, oh, I did not know this. It wasn't written on the paper. I wasn't given a report about it. So I was practically coming in blind to see this patient. But yeah, so that patient was pretty much super confused, didn't know where he was, didn't really know anything. He wasn't what we call alert and oriented to the most part. But the craziest thing was like, he was really insistent about trying to get out of bed, but we wouldn't let him out of bed since he was very unsteady. Like, if he were to get up by himself, he would just fall like right back down. So we had bed alarms in place. We had him monitored and everything. Had to make sure he didn't try to get up by himself. Frankly, we tried not to get him up at all. But he was super insistent about it, and I tried to coax him into like getting back into bed, lay down, go back to sleep.
Yeah, you don't want to cock him into anything.
Please, no.
I hope not. But yeah,
Oh Jesus.
I mean, I managed to coax him back into going to bed because like he was like, I want some milk. I'm like, bro, all right, I'll get you some milk as long as you lay back down, went back to sleep. This kept happening throughout the night, and it got to the point where he wasn't willing to lay back down anymore. So he got back up. I told him, sir, you have to lay back down or else you're going to fall. I mean, he's like, no, I don't wanna. And then he didn't. So he stood back up, and I was holding him. I was like, sir, you have to sit down. You're very unsteady. You're going to fall. You're going to hurt yourself. But I don't care. You can't make me sit down. I'm like, sir, I can't make you sit down, but I want you to sit down. I don't want you to fall and hurt yourself. And he tried to like get up and move, but I was holding him. I was like, I can't let you go anywhere. I kept telling him to sit down. He's like, make me sit down. Do it. Push me. I'm like, no. But I couldn't do anything. I was stuck there. I was trying to hold him, not from falling forward. But then, like, next thing you know, like, he was being super aggressive at this point, right? So I had my right arm, like, holding onto his shoulders to make sure he doesn't fall anywhere. And then I had my left arm holding in by his waist so he doesn't fall forward. And then his left arm was on my right arm holding me. And then, like, out of nowhere, I see his, like, right arm, like, coming closer to grab me. Like, normally, like, people will grab you by the arm to, make sure they don't fall. But this guy was different. Dude, he tried to grab my neck. Like I swear, I am not joking. He was trying to put me in a, like, sleeper hold or something. Cause, like, next thing you know, I saw his hand grab my neck. I'm like, oh, no. This isn't going to work. So... I had to shuffle him towards this like emergency button that like alerts staff and stuff. So I had to slowly shuffle him to there because if I let him go, he's gonna fall either backwards or forwards. And I don't want that to happen. So I had to shuffle him somehow to get it. And then I pressed the button. He fell back onto the bed just fine by himself. And then everyone just started coming. I'm like, oh my god, what did I get myself into? But yeah.
You have to call that code at the hospital.
Yeah, Alex was there when we called
Yeah, I was a floor below. All I hear is code blue.
That wasn't code blue.
Code blue.
It was code.
The black.
No, it was code gray, I believe. It was a code gray.
Gray.
Like,
So I heard. It was late, and I just kept hearing code. Well, apparently it was gray, so yeah, I just kept hearing code gray. Code gray. Need assistance. Code gray. Needing assistance.
Yeah, that was me.
So, yeah, and I also work, I guess, like I told you guys, in a facility, but our codes, they're labeled a little bit differently. So usually when we have a physical emergency, they're called code greens. So yeah, so usually we have a lot of those, and I guess that's just like a healthcare procedure thing, and they're fun. Responding to codes are fun.
Yep, they can be. It's just
As long as it ends quickly, but if it's an ongoing one that people have to be relieved and struggle and it's sweaty and it gets dangerous after a while.
I hear it gets really taxing mentally as well.
That's basically, you finish off, you're breathing so heavy, and it's basically like you're fighting somebody.
Yeah, practically.
How you feel right after.
Fight or flight. But I'll be honest with you, man. Like, I would have laid his ass down if this wasn't like the hospital. I had a license to protect.
You were too nice. I would have laid him out anyway.
Hey man, this were the streets. His ass would have been grass.
Oh man, this guy's done for. Over one hit.
Man, you can just blow some down to me. He'll fall back on his ass anyways. He was that unsteady.
Hey man, if the man thinks he's in a Liam Neeson movie, it's not my fault.
But yeah, in short, I almost got choked out by my patient. That was fun.
Always fun.
Always great nursing stories to tell people. But yeah, I almost got
almost
choked
died.
out. Yeah, almost died. What about you? Oh yeah, that's pretty much it for my story. I mean, I'm sure I'll have crazier stories the more I work, but like, That's probably the craziest one I've had so far. I mean, I had multiple code blues already, but it's not that's normal for the field that I work in, and especially my type of unit that I work in. But having a combative, aggressive patient try and choke you out, that's not the norm.
A game changer.
Yeah, that's definitely a game changer. It's a nice change of pace, I guess. But I wouldn't have it again, ever.
We pray that you don't have to go through that. Anybody in healthcare, we pray that none of that happens to anybody.
I hope not, man. But the worst part about it is like, I have a charge nurse, right? I'm not gonna say her name or anything, but she made it seem like it was not a big deal, and that's what really pisses me off.
Was she close to finishing her shift?
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
at all. It's still like
That would have been the kicker.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm about to clock out, but something's happening up there. You might want to check it out.
Like in her own words, she said, "Oh, he just woke up confused." I'm like, even if you wake up confused, you don't wake up wanting to choke somebody out. What?
He woke up confused and with murderous intent.
Yeah, murderous intent. Got tired of my shit.
He woke up very hostile and homicidal.
Give him a break. He just finished watching the Death Note. Just finished watching
That's what
Yagami. He's got a little bit of he thinks he like.
For all of you who don't know what Death Note is, it is an early 2000s anime where Light Yagami gets the power of the Death Note. Basically, a notebook sent from the Death Gods where you can write somebody's name and how they die and the time. And whatever goes down, that will happen. But that's for another topic. Continue.
Yeah, that's really it, honestly. There wasn't much to the story except for that part, but it's definitely something I can tell people, but yeah, it's a nice little story I can pull out of my pocket at parties.
Yeah.
Alright. That's really about it for my story. Brian, got anything you want to talk about, my friend?
Ooh, me? Man, my life's boring, man. Just go to work now. My life sucks. Man, having to get up to go to work sucks.
Hey, that's the norm, Brian. I mean,
it must suck every day, huh?
Yeah. It just depends how you look at it. Remember, you don't want to discourage the viewers from working and trying to get the best of life.
I don't want to discourage, but I definitely want to encourage if anybody's out there listening. Let's have a lockdown number 2. Let's just make this happen.
I mean, I agree with that part.
Yeah, we do need it. We need
been messing up.
at least a more stricter lockdown. I think we were too lenient with the first one.
It's a thing. No one enforced it. They said, "All right, everyone wear a mask."
So basically, everybody just wore masks, and then apparently every job was considered essential.
Apparently.
So.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Oh, have you guys seen the news about the strip clubs being essential workers? It was hilarious.
Jesus Christ. Is that a real thing?
Yeah, a bunch of strippers just wearing masks and like
full body. How does that even work?
It's a drive-in. Is it drive-through?
A drive-through strip service?
I saw that. Saw that. That was wild.
Yeah, that was wild.
Oh, they also had the strippers delivering food.
Really? Oh no, I didn't know about that.
I saw that. I saw that part too. Oh gosh. They do a little dance, a little show.
Yeah,
I was like, get the heck out of here. If y'all don't get the heck out of here.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, everybody's got to do their own thing. Just in case we have any strippers listening to this, which probably won't be, but every job is a job. And whatever you do to get yourself or your family ahead, that's all that matters.
True.
As long as it's legal.
Pro tip, add consultant to whatever you're doing. You can online. You can do it. I believe. You're a specialist now.
Stripper consultant.
There you go. See? Instead of having to go, people, now you have webcam.
Oh, a segue to that. So, Brian, what have you been up to? I know you don't like your primary job. What has your secondary job / dream job / hobby? How's that been going?
Oh yeah, my secondary gig, basically email marketing, sort of. So right now, well, actually, so the COVID, what was good about the first lockdown, that I actually got time to just be at home and no clock in for work. But obviously showed up to work. We just got park monitoring. I think I explained that earlier in the other. Anybody who didn't watch the first, I had park monitoring gig. I work for the City of Houston Parks Department, so basically we just had to monitor the park and all that stuff. It's basically easy, easy couple days. Just have to be there, watch the park. Anyway, gave it a lot of time to do my second job, dream job, my ikigai. If you guys don't know what that is, everybody Google that right now. Ikigai. It's
Idea.
It's
Please explain it to us.
Yeah, just
I
tell us.
got you. I can also put it. Basically, is what I think it's even created by Japan or Japanese. Yeah, because Japanese. It's what they use to determine your dream job. Also, it's basically you use these 4 bubbles: what you're good at, what earns you money, what you love, what the world needs. You kind of use those 4 things, and whatever you meet in the middle, that's what you.
Brian, you're kind of cutting off a little bit. I don't know if it's
it's
just
a little
me,
bit.
but
Nah, it's definitely on my side too. I could definitely hear you cutting off.
Maybe it's the Discord or maybe the Discord sensitive.
not sure. But
Kept it lowered so that way I didn't have to have the breathing.
well, that might be it.
Yeah, it might be it. Yeah.
Better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make it. Anyway, Ikigai. Yep. What you love to do, all that stuff.
You can post it in the chat if you want.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
people might be interested in that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I actually found it watching a random show, Gabriel Iglesias show. It's not that good, to be honest with you. He's a good comedian. Good comedian, bad show. Listen,
Aw.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody's perfect.
it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Look, that was pretty much the highlight of the second season. Anyway, basically, that's one of the things I like to do. Emails, which eventually, very long story of how I even got down that road. Because a segue: do not do any MLMs. Don't do it. Listen, I've been down that road.
Oh god.
Don't do it.
I
Don't
remember
do it.
those
Listen to
times,
me.
Brian.
Brian, for the people who
listen to
don't
me.
know what that is, please
Oh,
explain
okay.
in detail.
A cult,
Oh,
a
God.
scam.
Yeah, basically, multi-level marketing, pyramid scheme, stuff like that. Listen, I know.
Emphasis on the pyramid scheme.
I know what they tell you. I know they're promising you money forever and ever and ever. Listen, it doesn't work like that. There's not. It's been proven. What is it called? This guy, I forgot what his thing is called, but it's like
I got you,
there's
guy.
not enough people in the world. You know what that guy's called?
Yeah,
to
so
sell?
basically, John Oliver, he's on YouTube, money guy / comedian. So basically, well, he's not a money guy, but he does current events around the world in a comedy style. But a couple years ago, he dropped a segment to where he explained multimedia or multi-level media marketing. And yeah, he basically, for you to be profitable, you're going to run out of people in the whole world for you to be profitable. Because basically, it's a pyramid scheme, so it doesn't matter. You're only going to be profitable if you created the company, and then you can get those people to work for you, and those people work for them, and so on and so on. But eventually, there's an equation to where you can only go, I think, 20 something levels to where you're capped at how many people you can sell to.
Yeah,
And then you run out of people in the world.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is what it was, because they always tell you the number 5, right? Example, it was something about 5, right? So they do okay, you're the person, and then you get 5, the next person gets 5. If you follow that pattern method that they give you, you run out of people on the planet after the 15th cycle.
oh
just
man.
too many.
Wow.
Yeah,
Even
exactly,
less.
right. That's why I was like, yo, this is ridiculous. And it's so yeah, it's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's not gonna work unless you're basically Alex said, the founder, or basically you've been in the ding toe for 50 years or something like that. And now all the founders are dead, and somehow you became part of the club.
The next
I don't
founder.
know. Basically, yeah. Don't do it. Waste time. Don't do it. Headache.
And another note. Sadly, these companies tend to target either people fresh out of high school, or people fresh out of college, or people just in bad situations.
Yeah.
Because
Watch
they
out.
know that people get desperate for jobs and money. And at first, it seems legitimate, and you feel good because you're getting some type of recognition, and you're getting a job, quote unquote job. But once you actually get to that process, you see that you start signing things, and they explain to you what you're going to be doing. And then the red flag usually is that they require you to give some money down first, because they're saying that you're going to be making all this money, but any legitimate job is not going to make you pay them for you to get started.
Exactly. Yep. I've even
So
seen
that's
like
usually where they
free
get
MLM.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've even after learning internet marketing, I've even found like free MLM stuff and like, yeah, don't avoid all. Just avoid all. Like even the free one. It's a waste of time. Don't worry about time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
a
it says
company that
MLM,
approached
avoid it.
yeah, a company that approached me. The company was called Primerica, and
Yep.
they seem completely legitimate. And like I said, once you actually get into that, then if you are smart, you get to see what it actually is, because they paint themselves as a company for the people and very family oriented. I mean, once you actually hear what they're saying, you see that these people have to work themselves to death
Basically.
for them to be to have a normal life, not even a luxurious life, just a normal lifestyle.
Yeah.
Kind of like the other company, Herbalife and Mary Kay and all those companies, to where you have to buy product in hopes that you can sell to be successful.
Yes. I would say one of the biggest pitfalls that I realized from being in one of those specific companies, whatever, won't tell you which one. Don't worry about it. Not important. Is that they're very behind the times, I saw. And then some of them maybe even adapting whatever their marketing style. But the marketing strategy was basically like, you tell your friends and family, you tell these people, right? And the thing that was very frustrating was that I was like, yo, it's 21st century. We have like better ways to communicate with people, better ways to talk to people. We have like email, we have, ads on, marketing and stuff like that. There's like so much other ways to do things. I was like, why don't you could, get this message out to more people if you went that route. But they were very old school in their approach and stuff like that. And that was ultimately one of the best things, that I realized. I was like, look, there's people way behind the time. I'm getting out of here. Finding something actually interesting. I found a guy who used to be a truck driver and he now he just pretty much works from home selling like sending emails. And basically he does a similar type of thing, getting like paid to sell somebody else's product, but he gets, percentage of it. But it's not like it's like, oh, he has to go get other people to sell the products too. It's just him. Like he's emailing people who are actually interested in the product, genuinely subscribe to his list, like legitimately already subscribers. So it's a like based off of like YouTube videos and like his membership site and running ads and stuff like that. So that makes a lot more sense. It makes him a lot of money.
I mean, you're just working with one other person basically. Well, minus the interested buyers, but it's just the person that has the product and then the
cutting out
seller.
the middleman, which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, he provides the traffic and gets that person sales and he gets a cut. Sometimes commissions can be anywhere from, just depends. Sometimes you can get money just to get people's email, because that's also a thing in the email marketing world where an email is like a pretty valuable thing for some people. And basically what I've been doing is at first I used to start that approach, and then later on, now what I'm currently doing is starting like a digital marketing agency where I've got like a list of people that I'm trying to target. So I'm just testing out different niches and groups, seeing what works best, like software company or like consumer, was it CPG, consumer processed goods or something like that. Just different type of company, different type of niches, and to do marketing for, because I'd rather do marketing. It's basically the same type of work that you'll do for like, let's say a local business for $500. You can do like that same amount of work with like a lot less headache for like a financial company or something like that. Same website, whatever, and it'll be like $50,000, right? It's same basically level of work. Yeah, right. If only, right. I mean, it sounds like a dream, but basically using the right type of like cold email approach, cold calling, sort of not really cold calling, but like obviously you send the cold email and then they respond back. It's about a little bit back and forth. Sometimes it could take a minute. Sometimes you obviously maybe not need the service, but just depends. Just switching up from my beginner like local low end strategy, because I've been through the kind of low end Craigslist thing before, where you kind of hustle like the little lead people, and the problem with them is they don't really have a lot of money, they don't even have a budget in mind, they don't really know what they're doing at all, so it's a lot more tricky with them. So
on that note, what do you recommend for people who are just starting out and need just somebody to manage their website or their product.
I
Or the
recommend you hire
marketing.
me. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you recommend hire you?
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, if you're just starting out, small biz, whatever space you're in, whatever industry, finding like target customers. If you're trying to target like B2B, and LinkedIn is great. Emails are like crazy good for getting leads. If you're looking for leads, they're so cheap. You don't have to run ads and stuff like that. Yeah, if you're just a small business starting out, man, email can be really powerful. Setting up websites, I would say you can use something simple like GoDaddy or WordPress. You don't need anything fancy. Something that can build you a nice one-page website. You can just
And this
you
is
can
where
get
we
somebody
know
really
the
to set
sponsor
it
of
up
the day,
for, like-
Squarespace.
Damn,
On
dude.
that note, we are not sponsored by any website creator or anything like that. But it would be
I
nice
wish
to
every
one day
day.
be sponsored.
I wouldn't mind
There's
making
a
my
million
own
of those
website
things
with
out there.
Squarespace.
There's millions of those things out there. Yeah, there's plenty of that stuff. They're all cool stuff. Whatever. Just make sure as your business, just that's really your king nowadays. Like set that up properly so that way you're set up for success. You don't want any errors when
Yeah.
you're clicking on links and stuff like
Oh,
that.
definitely.
Hey.
I checked out the website. Don't think I didn't check that out now.
Oh, dang.
Hey, so basically, guys, opening up a website, especially a business one, it's basically like the first impression to meeting you in the 21st century in terms of business. If you have a bad website or a bad application, it's going to turn people off from your product or service. So, I mean, just take the time. If you're not good with coding, hire somebody who knows how to code. Again, if you don't want to do it that route, then just pay for a service that makes your website, and just make sure that you're actually not only happy, but think about how your customers would feel about it. And if they're going to be impressed by it, then by all means, get it done.
Yep. We're in 21st century, baby. Also,
Indeed,
even if you're not in the business world, hey, you're trying to get that job. You'd be surprised who you can find on LinkedIn and stuff like that for free. For completely free. You don't have to buy some like software like I do because I'm looking for like a bunch of people. You could just have to find the people that you are interested in working for, find out who your boss would be, and if you can find their email, you could do it for free. Send them an email and take your shot. You might actually get a response, get a coffee meeting.
Yeah, the worst thing that can happen is them saying no or not responding.
Exactly. That's basically the approach to life. I mean, don't be afraid to say, do, or just whatever you're passionate about or whatever you're wanting in life. Just take the risk and just go for it. And I mean, if it goes well, great. If it doesn't, then always try again.
Yeah.
Or you get to see that's not what's meant for you.
Or just keep at it, and then maybe you'll eventually get it.
Yep. I'm emailing Audi every day. If you're listening, I want that RA. If you could just send it my way, that'd be great. If not, I'll just keep sending the emails. Don't worry about it.
Maybe if the YouTube thing kind of takes off, then they might listen to you.
Maybe, Brian. Maybe once you have a name.
Or maybe if you were a famous athlete and you have a humble beginning story to where your first car was an Audi A4 from 1992, and then they gave you a brand new one whenever you made it big, and something like that.
Sounds like we gotta rewrite history for you.
All right, I guess I got to put in my application for the league. I didn't want to put on these shoes and everything, but I haven't dunked in a minute.
Oh, you're talking about that league?
No,
you're talking about the PBL. What happened to that league?
That. Like I had to let that go. I had to let that. Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, PBL is Professional Bowling League, and back in the day, Brian took up bowling seriously. The man was going to the bowling alley for at least 3 to 5 days a week, and
for like a couple hours. Like,
multiple hours.
I was
that was ridiculous.
I was the king of that alley. Listen,
the man had 2 bowling balls. I didn't want to say 2 balls for the pun, but he had 2 bowling balls, and they were blue. So the man had 2 blue balls.
And listen, guys. I know what you're thinking. And yes, the ladies did love them. Yes, that's right.
Is that what they're all blue, Brian?
They were also heavy.
Different in weight, so that was a little awkward explaining that difference. I see. Look, you go from beginner to advanced, and I was just crushing it with that 15-pound. I was
So what were you doing before the 15 or after the 15? How much pounds?
So I started off
How
with
many
a
pounds?
9. I started off with like a 9.
Nine.
I was like
A
with
nine. That's for kids.
was it 9? I think it was a 9. I
Yeah,
swear it was like
usually
a 9.
nine is for children.
You sure?
I
Maybe
hope it was like a 12 or 13.
Oh, yeah, it might have been 12 actually. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're probably
usually nine to 8 is for like people
Oh yeah,
under
those are
under
those
4
lightweight
feet.
ones, right? Yeah, those are lightweight. Listen, I wasn't paying attention for the first one. The first one was very light compared to all I remember was my arm was like, wow, this is heavy. 50 pounds. That's wow.
I mean,
I can
think
imagine.
about it. It's 15 whole pounds, Brian.
Yeah, 15 whole pounds on one arm. With my style.
Imagine throwing a 15-pound dumbbell.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
heavy.
yeah. Also, I throw with the curve too, so I like don't really go like straight back like some of those people. Like, don't think me. I'm
Yeah,
not
like
putting
we
a 15
said,
pound ball.
Brian was almost semi-pro. The man was averaging 250 to 270, and he barely played. So, trying to make you look good, Brian.
I was going nuts.
Now he's retired.
Hey man, I had a couple 400 games in there.
Yeah, we played with Brian one night. What was that? 2 or 3 years ago?
Something like that.
Oh,
It's been
yeah,
that
like
long.
And
Yeah, 2 or 3 years
we
ago.
told Brian that it was going to be a once-a-year thing because Tin hates bowling. I'm on the same train of thought. I think it's just it's too much of a linear thing for me. I don't like linear sports. I don't think you consider bowling a sport, but it just
really-
doesn't catch my attention.
It's not.
It's like
not very
golf.
sweaty.
People who consider golf a sport, I mean, yeah, you're in the heat, but your heart rate's not really going anywhere.
It's true.
It's a rich
I
man's
don't
sport.
want to get any haters out there in the comments, but tennis is better. Hashtag tennis life.
Oh,
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Hashtag forehand forever.
Dang. How about that backhand, baby?
Backhand needs some work.
does it?
It always does.
But call me hashtag slice master.
Damn
Oh,
sushi
God.
master over here. Freaking chef over here. Goddamn, just slicing it up.
Hey, man,
You know what we need to do again?
Oh,
I guess
we gotta
probably next year. I'm guessing once we have the vaccines, we can probably start playing basketball again.
That would
Oh,
be
I thought you were gonna
nice.
say going to Japan, baby. Japan, you ready for us?
That I don't
Japan
know.
will-
I don't think so.
Japan might not be ready until next year.
I don't think it'll be ready.
As well,
for a
probably
while.
next year, mid-year. I think it'll honestly probably take at least a full year from what we are now to
Definitely.
get back to normal.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least a full year.
Actually, I don't blame them though.
No, I mean there should be no rush. I mean, health is more important than anything.
Yep.
Look, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if even next year they're still banning U.S. They're like, look, you guys messed up big time. We still think you guys got it.
Yeah, like how Europe banned you
Yeah.
to go to Europe.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're not
I'm-
taking no chances.
I'm in agreement because I mean, I know that we do the same with other countries. I mean, we place bans on other countries, so I don't think we should be hurt by the decision of other countries to restrict us from traveling to their country. Because I mean, it's
You're right.
just a safety
agree.
concern and
I agree
a
with
health
that.
issue.
Yep, especially because we were being
And-
idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as a world leader, I mean, you want to do what's best for your own people.
That
You
would
don't
be
want
nice.
to do
Yeah.
what's best for your pockets.
Ah,
'Cause,
man.
I mean, you can talk
sounds
about
familiar.
economy all day long and the nation's wealth, but I mean, if your people are dying, that speaks very poorly of your leadership. And I'm not trying to bash on Trump or anything, but I don't get into politics, but we need to do better as a country, and we need to do a little bit better as the country's leaders.
I mean, hey, they said what could go wrong? You know?
Everything.
A lot.
Everything.
And when the vaccines do come out, I mean, you have to give importance to the people that actually need it. Don't be selfish. Let the elderlies go first, followed by, I guess, the people that have respiratory issues and diabetes. Just the people who are actually dying from all this. The population, just let them get access to that first, and the people that are healthy, just wait a little bit. Because I mean, you know that you got through it once, and just be patient. Something
Yep.
will come for us, and I guess that's the thing about being human. I mean, you get challenged in life, and you have to make the best of it. I mean, that's the thing about life. You just don't know when it's going to end, but you have to make sure you do the most you can while you're still here.
I hear
Yep.
that. I hear that.
Let's say it together. Make sure for the next one, the next leader might want to be checking to see if he has any conflict of interest with the business ties.
Yeah.
Other country.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Every country.
I think I think just we might be a little bit too prideful. I know that America's a great country, but I
love
think we should have been more observant of the people that were going through it first. I mean, we saw China. It came from China, supposedly. At least they had the most issues over there in the beginning, and their quarantine was at least, I think, 4 to 6 months.
It was a long time.
Yeah, basically half a year of quarantine, and we should have followed that example. I think over here in the Houston area, it didn't last no more than 2 months, maybe like a month and a
We
half.
should follow the Korean style of quarantine. You go out, you get shot.
Damn.
Oh, we're not promoting that type of leadership over here or anything like that.
Hey, I'm saying it's
What do you
effective.
mean? Everybody in Texas got a shotty, boy.
Yeah.
In the
What we
beginning,
are
man.
promoting is we need to follow, I think, what New Zealand did. I don't think they have any more cases or any cases at
It's New
all.
Zealand, the place is tiny.
Exactly, that's true.
It's large in landmass, might be small in population size, but they were able to contain a problem.
Man, everyone there's
Listen,
already 6 feet apart. They're probably 1,000 miles away from each other.
And I'll tell you what else they're also small in. They're also small in shotgun sales. You know how many shotguns they have out there in Texas? Freaking tell anybody to put it on a mask over here. They're freaking telling you to shut up. Shotgun.
I mean, yeah, people that are not from Texas, at least from the big cities, it was a scary time when all was getting announced. I remember going to the stores over here, and yeah, people made a big deal about toilet paper, but over here, people were making a bigger deal about ammunition and arms.
Oh, yeah.
Like everything was flying off the shelves. I remember going to Academy Sports and Outdoors. We're not sponsored by them either, but it would be nice. But anyways, no 9mm anywhere, no rifle rounds. It was scary. People thought zombies were coming or apocalypse was happening, and yeah, I guess people were just thinking differently and amidst the panic, and yeah, they weren't mentally prepared or physically prepared, I guess. But yeah, it was a scary time because people in Texas are very trigger happy, unfortunately.
Real gun-ho, man. That's like Texas.
You got something wrong when you get a hold of a
come visit.
Toilet paper.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever all this is over, whenever it's all over, come visit. And Texas has some pretty cool spots.
Yeah, a lot
where
of
serves the big cities.
You know,
that's the good thing about the bigger cities in Texas. At least Houston, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas. There's a lot of people, a lot of, like Tin said, a lot of diversity and a lot of countries and ethnic backgrounds in one location, which is great.
Yeah, you really could find anything.
And
you really can.
As a migrant over here, Texas is not what you think. It's not all tumbleweeds and and horses and cowboys.
It's not no high noon
shootouts.
Stereotyping, I think, those movies, man.
Yeah, there's no midday duel and nothing like that. It's very modern. I think we do have a lot of technology companies over here and a lot of energy companies. So we're pretty modern.
Jeez.
Go ahead.
He has to go modern on these voting systems. Listen. I'm not trying to get into this, but listen, that's another talk for maybe another day. What is up with voting? Why can't we just get to the 21st century with this whole thing?
You have to send in a mail to register to vote, and then you have to go in person to register and vote.
And listen. Look, I've already heard the Cristacea stories happening about the 5-hour lines voting and all that. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you guys honestly right now. I've never voted, and I don't plan on to until they update the system. I'm not going down there, wasting my day. I'm not doing it. I swear to God.
Well, you know what they say: if you don't vote, you don't have a right to have an opinion.
Listen, they can tell me all I want to do. Look, this country can burn down. Listen, if they want to do it,
hey, we're not endorsing that right now.
I'm leaving. Listen, I'll leave if it gets that bad. Listen, I'm gonna live with the choice. Listen, because look, apparently, think about this. Think about it like this. If I voted in this last election, right, I don't get to have an opinion. That's fine. I'm cool. Okay, cool. Whatever. Blah blah. I vote. I get to have an opinion. Whatever. Okay, cool.
You're talking about the 2016 election or the 2021?
They said Russia interfered. What's this bullshit? What's this bullshit? What?
So apparently the podcast is PG-13 and up.
What is
There's
going
language
on?
in there.
What is going on?
You don't get when half of a vote for Harambe.
Exactly. Oh my god. Listen.
I remember
And then-
that.
I don't want
Why
to
would I
remember
go?
that.
Why would I go and vote, wait 6 hours, and then Russia gets to interfere and get away with it? What is going on? What is happening? What in the world is going on?
You know what I think would be a good idea, and I hope, I don't know if they're already doing it, but kind of set it up via phone, but to make it authentic, I don't know if it's invasive though. It's just one of my thoughts that would make it legitimate is you can either do either an e-signature with your vote, or you could do like a thumbprint. That way it's some type of legitimate, but again, I don't know how ethical that would be, but it's just an idea for brainstorming purposes.
I feel like the
Yeah,
best
but I
way
think
with them to be to work with actual like phone carriers like T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, all those people, and
because
actually
I mean,
work with them, get their numbers, and then actually send like a mass text. But hey, who'd you want to vote for? You pick your president or your runner-up, your candidate, and just press enter. That's it.
To be
Yeah.
honest, like I mean, if I get asked freaking on the phone, like whatever I'm calling the bank or whoever, like, all right, we just have to verify your identity real quick. This is Brian Whip. Okay, cool, yeah, blah blah blah, whatever. Okay, yeah, do that for like a 5-minute phone call. Cool. Then I get to vote, right? Okay, cool, whatever. The banks can do it. Look, they have all these people that do. Let's set this up. Come on, man.
yeah. I mean, I know that there would be the issue of the elderly with not having smartphones or anything like that, but
I mean, we still have a vote.
there should be.
This is like
Yeah,
an
the-
alternative.
That would
Yeah,
be
and
the
at least
most
have the alternative. Yeah,
popular. Yeah, I mean, have the option to go in person, but I think the
Right.
most efficient, and I guess now with Corona running rampant, that would be the safest option.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm not about to wait like 5 hours in line, 6 feet.
I
apart.
mean, you're
It'll
just
take forever.
asking to get sick at that point.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
The line's
I mean,
about
you
be
still have to
long,
touch-
It's about to be up the wazoo.
Hey, you
I'm
still have
telling
to
you.
touch all the equipment that those people are handling, and I mean,
They're cleaning
even if they are cleaning it, then that means you're probably going to be there for double the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody's going to wait there half a day
I'm not
just to
waiting
vote.
half a day just to vote.
Man, I
Yeah.
wasn't going down there before Corona. There's definitely no way I'm going down there after. They gotta pay me a hefty amount. I'm trying to get fat back for life, just in case.
Calm
Once
down,
those
Brian.
medical bills come in. Hey, if those medical bills come in, I'm positive.
What
over.
medical bills? I'm the only one that should be worrying about that right now.
This is true. But listen, I'm preparing just in case. I'm trying to get 10 to be my nurse so we can hook it up together.
You don't-
and I
you
choose
don't
a
want-
hospital for malpractice.
You don't want Tim to be your nurse because that means you have a heart issue. I mean,
Oh,
Tim
actually-
would probably be an awesome nurse to have
I would
but-
be 10. I would be.
in the area that he works in. I mean, you don't want to have that problem at this age.
Yeah, man. You
I
don't,
really-
you don't have me being a gynecologist. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's all right. It's all right. I'll put him in a little cold gray headlock real quick. Little test. I gotta test you, bro. I gotta test you, bro. I just, boy.
Gotta make sure you're legit.
All right, make sure the
Make
real
it
deal.
Yeah, man. You gotta put your money where your mouth is.
Oh God. I think we really drifted from the main topic.
I'll send in Travis for the SWAT. He'll be a part of the SWAT by
for
then.
the tactical nuke.
I guess for those of you who don't know, Chavez is one of our military friends that serves in the Marines.
Oh yeah, shout
That's
out.
all we can say about that.
Yeah, that's all we
Uh-oh,
can say.
that's
Can't
it.
say anything else.
That's it. Yep. You don't know. You know nothing else. And if you know him, he'll find you.
They call him Liam.
Liam Chavez.
Liam Chavez. Watch that be a real person in the Marines.
I mean, I wouldn't be
Must-
surprised, dude.
Yeah.
Yep. You don't know, but he has a very special skill set.
Oh God. And no, we are not endorsing that movie either because we have no rights to that movie.
Oh,
But we have no right to anything.
I'm gonna have to
But-
be the copyright person for this show.
My legal
It was
consultant.
Brian, yeah, Brian's just saying this and that, this and that.
Got censor
Listen,
every time.
listen.
Beep, beep, beep.
Wait. Does that mean we're not? Does that mean Google and Apple aren't affiliated with it? Wait, what, guys?
Oh,
When?
no, no.
What?
Never, Brian.
What?
Never.
What if? How many podcasts have I missed?
You know who would be a cool
Oh,
sponsor to have?
Oh.
Trojan condoms.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Just saying, condoms.
I would love.
I tell this
sponsored by
to
Trojan.
everybody. It's probably like the best dollar 15 investment that you could ever make in yourself.
Yep.
I mean, it's either you avoid having a health issue, or if you're not ready to have kids, you can wear those and they can prevent you having children. I mean, people say that, I don't know how adult this show is going to get, but some people have,
whatever you want.
yeah, some people say that sex feels better without a condom, but for me, there's no greater feeling of knowing that you're not going to have any children or catch anything.
That peace of mind.
The peace of mind that a condom gives you, I mean, you can't compete with that.
I want to have a kid too early now. You got to be ready. You got to be ready for that.
Yeah, I mean, I want to have children, but
podcast, definitely sponsor us with Trojan condoms.
Yeah, I mean, I know I can definitely do better than the guy with the afro and the banana.
Damn.
Right, so Little Dicky.
Yeah, I mean, he's awesome, but
he's hilarious.
Cool rapper.
The afro and the banana and the golden robe, I mean, a little bit old by now. You got to start coming out with something new.
Trojan.
Yeah, Trojan condoms, awesome condoms.
You'll be receiving an email from me tomorrow morning. Hey, gotta shoot my shot. Huh? Gotta shoot my shot, baby. Gotta shoot my shot, baby.
You do. I mean, just like we said earlier, the worst that they could say is no. Thank you.
Yep.
And then you go on to the next company.
Yeah, I've gotten rejected by it, but hey, it's not about the
Durex.
nose, baby. It's what
I don't know about Durex.
Ooh.
Oh, fun fact. We did do a little condom test a while back, a couple of weeks ago.
Nice.
The boy Brian over here. Yeah. Boy Brian over here was needing some. And I told him, I mean, condoms are essential and they save lives. So I told him, just look at what you have to do to a condom. So basically, I got a condom. I put it, I guess, around my hand, all the way down to almost my elbow, and I was moving it and pulling it, and
that's some durability. That's right there. That's the
breaking
your Trojan website. I'm just saying.
Yeah, the breaking point. It took about 15 to 30 seconds for it to rip, and I mean, I'm not a very thin person, so they're pretty durable condoms. I'm not gonna lie. For you to rip a Trojan condom, you just have to. I don't know. You have to go through it with glass or with nails or something.
Dang. It's weakness. Something sharp.
Funneling in quite a bit.
But digressing, moral of the story, condoms are important and they save lives.
Indeed they do.
And the best message of all, you should wait till you find the love of your life to share that moment with. But if you can't wait, then use a condom.
All right, cut that out. Cut that out. All right,
I don't know if we're going into ethics or morals or anything, but
whatever you want.
I got to give both sides of the story.
Cut that part out.
I'm not very biased.
Well, I guess it's time for us to start wrapping up the show.
A wrap up.
The wrap up.
A wrap up.
Is that what we're gonna call the segment? The wrap up.
The wrap up.
Oh no! I'm having flashbacks. Wrap up. Oh no! Noose. Oh no!
Oh god, Brian! Please don't say that.
That's
another thing that has to be edited out.
Hey, that was in the news, baby. The news.
What was that name? Bubba
Wallace.
I was gonna say Bubba Gunderson.
Oh god.
Sounds like a Bubba.
The only black man with the noose rope. What's going on? What's happening?
Well, guys, any final words for our viewers?
Besides, thank you for listening. We're starting this off. I know that times are tough with Corona, and some of you may have family members that have been affected, and some of you have lost some family members. But just remember to stay strong, and just know that you have people all over the world trying to get through it, and they send their love and support for all those who have been dealing with this issue, and we're going to get through this.
Yep. We love you guys. Comment down below. Show your support. Love each other. Show love. We'll show love back. We love you guys, man. Appreciate y'all for listening.
Yeah, you guys
apparently, Brian turned into an old woman
real quick.
when he gets emotional.
I know it's hard out there, baby, but we gonna get through this, baby.
Well, you guys heard what they said. Any last words for me? Stay home, stay safe, stay away from one another. Protect yourself, protect others. Be smart, don't be dumb. Don't go outside. Don't be Houston.
That's a good one, Tim.
Stay
by
home,
10,
stay
be
safe, play games. We're safe.
Ooh.
Play games, and then if you're living with family, just kind of rekindle that family spirit and the fire, and just it's basically going back to a simpler time in life,
Yep.
which is
Much
kind of
simpler
nice
time.
because people seem to forget what families are about and just how life passes by so quickly. So
They
just
can.
enjoy the little moments.
In a blink of an eye.
Yeah, well, you know we will. I definitely will. Come on.
I
We got
guess
them
that's
gaming.
that.
Let's go.
That's a wrap.
Oh.
All right, thank you for listening, guys. Take care till next time.
Mwah. Mwah.
Till next
Love you
time.
guys.
You guys take it easy. And bye.